What's up, action takers, the community of doers? I hope you're doing fine. Episode 34, week 34, 52 weeks, here we come. It happens small until it happens big. Yeah, it happens small until it happens big. For this week 34, I want to look at something that is very detrimental to our success or to our path that we are taking. And mostly, what I want to focus on is the fact that success is not overnight. The idea of overnight success, it's a very, very big mistake that people make to try and think that you wake up one day and things are completely different. And the idea that I want to push on you, or the idea that I want to put in your head, is that success happens gradually. But there is a couple of things to that which I want us to look at in the moment. Now, it is important for you to understand that it is the consistent micro actions that you take on a daily basis that puts you on a path that after a period of time, you achieve monumental things in your life that people cannot comprehend how you got there. So, and that's the most important thing to understand, that eventually it's going to happen. But you must be willing to start and doing things without seeing really, really big progress. Of course, for you, when you start becoming consistent, when you start doing, or when you're on your path towards where you want to go, there is some excitement that comes with that, or there is some self-fulfillment that comes by understanding and knowing that every day I'm waking up and pursuing what I really want most. But for the people around you, the environment around you might not be that welcoming because they are not seeing the real progress. And it's at that moment that you must keep on going. It is at this moment that you must keep on putting the work. Gradually, small, consistent micro action. You can hear the word I'm using, micro action. Why? Because sometimes you might not even think that sometimes you might do things that you don't even feel as if they're moving you towards where you want to go. But the fact of the matter is, they all matter. And there is a mistake that we make, such that we want the things that we want to matter to be the ones that are going to matter. And that's wrong. What we fail to understand is that everything matters. Your action, your inaction, everything that you do actually matter. So it's not the day that you have woken up very early in the morning, you have written your to-do list, and then you're doing all these sort of kind of things, and then you're like, wow, now I'm making progress. No. And I'm not saying that do not contribute. The whole point I'm trying to make here is that you do not decide what counts in your success. You do not decide what moves the needle. You do not decide what brings progress. It is the collective effort, it is the collective actions that you take on a daily basis, all of them collectively, that contribute towards the success that you want. Now, there is an interesting thing about this, because in the initial stages, progress is gradual. But guess what? As you move along, you get to a point where the progress starts taking place in an exponential manner. So what do I mean by exponential? Exponential, I mean it takes place faster than you might actually anticipate. Or this action brings progress which stimulates this another action that is going to bring even further progress. Or the small incremental consistent steps that you've been making, they create a ripple effect where we have a lot of moving parts because of the accumulation of actions that you've been taking for a period of time. So let me read for you what we mean by exponential growth so that you really understand what I mean. Exponential growth. It's good for us to have context on that. Now, exponential growth is a concept that describes a quantity increasing at a rate proportional to its current value. This means the growth accelerates over time, leading to rapid escalating numbers. It's a fundamental idea in mathematics, biology, economics, technology, and major other fields. So we're saying it's growth that accelerates over time, leading to rapid escalating numbers. So in simple terms, it's just that your growth is going to keep on becoming much and much faster as you move along, much and much faster. So why are we seeing exponential growth all of a sudden? Exponential growth majorly is going to be contributed by the fact that, one, you're becoming better at what you're doing. If you had taken a field and started working on that field, probably the first week, the second week, goes into a month, goes into 6 months, goes into a year. The consistent action that you've been taking now over probably a year or 2 or 3 or 4, you've started understanding the field that you're in, or you've started understanding what the actual thing that you're doing, you're understanding it even better. There are details that you can see that you would not see in the beginning, and that start bringing or escalating the progress that you're actually making. Something else is that you can leverage on the relationships that you're creating along the way. When you're starting, you don't have that luxury of knowing like-minded individual in that space. And over time, you have the capabilities of creating relationships that can allow you to leverage on them, and that can lead to exponential growth. Something else, by understanding the space that you're working on, you can create systems that can allow you to bring in more people who can help you or who can serve as support, and that can lead also to exponential growth. And that's the beauty of understanding that the idea is just to start. Just start. When you start, you're going to get better. When you start, you're going to meet like-minded individuals. When you start, you're going to create systems. And all this is going to bring about gradual until you get into the space of exponential growth. And it's at this stage of exponential growth where things start happening that people around you cannot comprehend. And they don't understand that you started increasing gradually, and over time you became better until now you're enjoying the fruits of exponential growth. And that's why you find people, they start admiring what you do and they start wanting to get into what you're doing, not understanding the journey that brought you to that point. We say that everyone wants the view, but no one wants the climb. If you want to get the view at the top of the mountain, you must be willing to go through the hurdles of climbing the mountain. Everybody wants what you have, but no one wants how you got there. Everyone wants to be in the space that you're in, but no one wants the journey that brought you to where you are. And that's what I want us to do this morning. Embrace the journey. Embrace the process. Because it's not that easy. Do you really think it's that easy? If it's that easy, then the statistics should be showing us that we have so many successful people. Of course, at the top of the pyramid is very small, the 1%. And that should not that should not act as something that is derailing you. Or rather, that should not scare you. Actually, that should act as motivation of understanding that on the climb up at the top of the pyramid, it's not clouded. Because if it was easy, then everyone would be successful. And we say that things that are worth in life do not reside in the same block with easy. So the harder it gets, the more valuable it is. And life, or nature for that matter, has made the most or the easiest things in life to be the most unprofitable. Nature, by design, has made the easiest things in life to be the most unprofitable. So wake up today and decide to pursue that what you want, regardless of how hard it is. Now, after seeing how you move that journey of gradual improvement or gradual progress until you get to the point of exponential growth, it's important for us to know that you do not have to be great to get started, but to be great, you must get started. So just make the decision and start today. Do it scrappy. It doesn't matter where you are. Just start. And I can give a very good example of myself. When I was starting these platforms last year, June, I remember I was going to record at my friend's place. I didn't have a lot of things going on, but I just started. I even didn't, sometimes I was really struggling to clearly understand what I'm going to talk about. I would do takes upon takes upon takes trying to get the best one. But right now, gradual improvement, step by step. And that has brought now me to this point where now I'm starting to see exponential growth in what I'm doing. So just start today. Start where you are with what you have. And with time, you're going to progress. Have the courage to do it scrappy. Because most people are scared about what people are going to say. And you fail to realize that people's opinion do not count in your life. You're the person who is going to write your story. And you have to tell the world what kind of a person you are. So just take the decision to start. Make that decision and start. Start with what you have. It doesn't matter where you are right now. You will not, I promise you, you will not know everything that you need to do, but just start and learn along the way. Make the decision to start. It's not going to be easy. If it were easy, I repeat again and again and again, everybody would have it. But the fact that it's not easy, that's why very few people who are willing to sacrifice. Progress happens at the highest level. There are people who have never thrown themselves wholly into something. Don't be the kind of person that has never, ever in his life done something wholeheartedly. Some people have never experienced that joy of doing it, or that joy of going all in. They've never gone all in on anything. Pick one thing that you care the most and decide to go all in, because it is not going to be easy. How do you even sit there and think that it's going to be easy? And I'm not trying to scare you by saying it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. Michael Jordan said, one of the greatest NBA player of all times, that he practiced so hard during training so that it's easy during game day. Again, also we say that the soldier that sweats the most during training bleeds less during battle. So just allow me to be a bit harsh on you today and just tell you that it is not going to be that easy. Remove that idea of trying to. The path of least resistance takes you nowhere. And I'm not trying to just subscribe to this idea of just it's difficult, it's hard, it's boring. No. I just don't want your mind to settle for easy. What is easy going to do for you? Choose a path that is going to be worth it. And I promise you, there are going to be good days, there are going to be scrappy and bad days, but collectively, that is going to bring you to that moment. So it's not going to be easy. Pick the path and decide to make the sacrifice of doing whatever it takes for you to be able to get where you want. So it happens small until it happens big. It is the small, consistent micro actions collectively over time that brings you to a place that people cannot comprehend how you got there. Thank you very much for following up to this point. See you on the next one.